Hi everyone! Thank you for joining me and welcome to the class. We will work a lot with colors during all our lessons. So before we start doing different things, let's learn a little bit more about colors and how they interact with each other in gradients. Random colors make random result. Take a look at these two. They look pretty nice standing next to each other. But what will happen when we try to use them for gradient? Can you see this toneless gray area in the middle? I'll show you how to avoid this. You can use a color wheel as a cheat sheet. The closer the colors on the wheel, the better they fit to each other. Such colors are called analogous, and you always can get a smooth and saturated color transition using them. Even if you choose colors placed not directly one by one, you will see shades of the missed color in the transition area. Now let's take a look at the colors standing on the opposite sides of the color wheel, complementary colors. They give the most contrast combinations and could work pretty good in graphic design, like in these examples. But if we use complementary colors for gradients, we will see this unsaturated area we have noticed before. To understand the reason why this happens, just try to imagine that the program is trying to build a transition area using colors of the spectrum situated between two shades you specified for your gradient. Which of them should be used? From right side of the wheel or from the left side? Different shades are mixed and give us this toneless area. To avoid this gray area, you should specify the color for transition. For example, I will choose orange. Let's compare these two results. The first one looks like we see it through a dull glass, but the second one, when we specify the third color to make a transition, is bright and vivid. A similar result you can get using triad colors. They are placed at an angle of 120 degrees to each other. The transition areas look pretty clear, but as for me, these gradients look too overhammed because they use 3/4 of the spectrum. Now, when you know how the base colors interact with each other, let's move on to more complex shades and look at one online tool that will help you to work with them. This is Adobe Color Wheel. It looks pretty similar to the wheel we used before, but it has one more dimension – color saturation. The closer the colors to the middle of the wheel, the less saturated they are. So here you can choose a color rule you are going to use. Let's start with analogous. This color is marked as a base. Change it and you will see that the other colors of the palette are changing automatically. You can change it like this, or there is one more way to make a fine adjustment. Here you can see the values of a color in RGB model and its hex value. You can copy them to your project, later I'll show you how to do this, or you can specify your color right here if you know the values. One more useful feature is to extract colors from any image. Press the button, choose a picture you're going to use. Now you have its color scheme. You can change the area to identify each color. When you are satisfied with the result, just switch the mode for color wheel and work with your palette as usual. There is one more online tool I want to show you. This is Colors. It's really simple to use it. Just press a spacebar and colors will be changed automatically. If you want to see more color combinations with one shade you like, just lock it and continue to press spacebar until you will be satisfied with the result. This tool is very easy, and it makes quite pretty color palettes, but use them for your gradients carefully. Some color combinations can give you not so smooth transition as you want. In this case, just specify the third color to make a transition. Besides, you can copy a hex value of a particular shade from Colors to Adobe Color and continue to work with it as usual. Finally, if you don't want to spend time for creating your own color palette, you can choose from ready-made ones. For example, go to colorpalettes.net or colorlovers.com or Pinterest and choose one you like. Just as I have already said, be careful with complementary colors. We were talking about how to work with colors. But sometimes the really big question is where to start. What if you need not just a pretty color combination but want to create a certain mood with it? Where to find inspiration? There are a few tips for you. The first one, borrow from fashion and interior designers. These guys definitely know how to work with colors. I placed links to a few resources in your project section, so you can use it as a starting point. One more great source of inspiration is nature. Sunsets and sunrises, flowers, foliage and feathers, you can use anything you want. Collect images with inspiring color combinations. Save them. For example, create a special board on Pinterest, here is mine, or a folder on your hard drive. It could give you a good start when you work on your next project. Just choose a picture that suits better for your goal and sample colors in Adobe Color. Congratulations! You did a great job in this lesson. Now you know how different colors interact in gradients and have a few tools to work with shades. It's time to apply all this knowledge in practice. So let's go down to the next lesson and learn how to work with gradients in Adobe Photoshop.